Hey, welcome in everybody. We're just waiting for the text notification to go out. I appreciate all of you coming in early. Please do consider supporting the channel by joining the text notification squad. There's the text right there. So that you are able to get the text when we go live, meet up behind the scenes. It really does make a difference. And if anything happens on these platforms, we know how to get in touch with one another. Marcus was about to take a nap, but we got that task out of bed. You don't need to be sleeping in the daytime unless you work at night. Get your okay, get up. Look, turn on the light. Don't lay down in the bed with the light, with the phone damaging your retina. Get up and watch the video. Welcome in Simone, welcome in Aquarius, welcome in T, welcome in Aper, welcome Honey, welcome in Jessica, Kyria, welcome in Original, welcome everybody, welcome Perspective. Yeah, so today's topic is such a prickly one, but you know, I am, oh my goodness. I'm happy to be talking about this. Yeah, it's unbelievable. You know what? Let me update my insides to make sure that I add Choice TV in there. All right, there we go. So Kay has seen this video. Stacy works night shift and she's still up. Stacy, honey, this is not self-love. Can somebody go turn off Stacy's internet? Somebody go and wrestle the phone out of Stacy's hand, because working nights is hard enough. You can just watch the replay at work, Stacy. And Miss Dara is saying, let the biphobia begin. Miss Dara, Miss Dara. Honey, yes, the biphobia is about to begin. But you see, the phobia is something that you have fear of that is irrational. It is not, oh girl, you ain't gonna get me to deliberate this video behind the scenes. We're gonna wait for it to come up. Hey Jane, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome. You perking up reading this title? This is not the type of thing to perk up for. Wait a minute, Marcus, you're British all of this time? I did not know Marcus was one of those tight pant wearing, balls, nut hugging, pants having British dude skipping to the loo. I did not know that was you. Okay. Oh my. Yes, everybody, like and thumbs up the video. We have 8 minutes before we go live. I'm anxious to get this topic over with because it's going to be a long video. Set aside at least an hour and a half for this video because there's a lot that we have to break down. Come Get This commentary is finally catching a live, which means that she is not a part of the text notification squad. If you're part of the text notification squad, go ahead and throw up your 1010s. Let me see who's in the house. All right, Nailani is finally catching a live because she got her shift changed. Listen, girl, I hope that was a good shift change because, you know, they start rearranging people right before the axe come down. So, you know, we can't have you having a hot girl summer if you getting pink slips. So make sure you're doing what you got to do at work. Okay? Make sure you're doing what you got to do at work. Anyway, let me turn up the music. Go ahead and relax, everybody. We're getting ready to get into it. For those of you who don't know how to join the text notification squad, you see all those 1010s in the air, right? The link to join the text notification squad is in the description, or you can just go over to TanyaTKO.com and click on text in the right-hand corner. It's very simple, very easy. It's $1.99 a month, and you get a text whenever we go live. You get notifications for when we have a broadcast behind the scenes. And now I tried doing research a few days ago on this topic. Now the research is coming in last minute. Oh, Lord. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Marcus claims he wears baggy clothes out in Britain unless he's wearing a suit, which means they're bunched up in the front. You know how the balls be bunched up like a little plum in there. We know how it is. And you probably wear those plum-colored suits. Are you Nigerian, Marcus? Because we know how it's done. We know how it's done. We know how it's done. All right, we got 4.5 minutes, y'all. Keep getting ready. So, ladies, Marcus wants you to know that he says he's 6'1", which means he's really 5'10", maybe 5'11" at the max. We know how men exaggerate their inches. You know how they does it. You know how they do it. So we have a 5'11" British man who wears suits, who wears big baggy Steve Harvey suits. I don't know why I'm tickling myself with this right now. You know what, Marcus? Come on, drop your Instagram in the chat. Let's go take a look at what you're working with over there. We'll be the judge of whether you're wearing them tight pants or not, because I already picture it. I know how British men get down. So come on, Marcus, drop your IG in the chat. You want to talk about you 5'11". I'm sorry. 6'1", right? You want to talk about you 6'1". Drop your Instagram in the chat. You know, go ahead. Okay, he's talking about he's wearing fitted suits. Okay, listen. Let us see. Hey, this is the tune. This is the tune. Everybody get up and do the butterfly. Hey, you know what? I need to have my screens ready. Hold on, I'm over here playing games. I need to have my screens ready. Boom, boom, into my room. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, into my room. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, into my room. Boom, 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 boom. Back in the days when we used to call them Wrangler booty stranglers, you know, the men in England were loving Wranglers. When we used to call them booty stranglers, the blokes, as they're referred to over the pond, the blokes, or maybe we could even call them geezers. You know, geezer is a compliment in England. Over here, a geezer is an old decrepit man, but in England, a geezer is a hip man that's with it. So the geezers over there, they used to wear Wrangler booty stranglers. So Marcus, go ahead. You still typing about 6'1". Drop your Instagram. We don't see no feet or inches in the chat. So go ahead and drop your IG handle. See, we had enough time before, but now we about to go on the air. All right, let's see. Come on, everybody. Boom, boom, into my room. I'm sorry I left you all. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. But you know, there were other vloggers to watch. You know, it's becoming it's becoming so whack on the vlog scene now, especially on Facebook. Like the stuff that people are coming up with is just so dumb. They're just stretching out videos to be 10 minutes long. You start watching it, they're mixing up Skittles and dough, and you think it's gonna turn into a cake, but it's just a mess. People wearing masks, pretending to be grandpa. Oh my goodness, it's time for me to get up and dance. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh my word. Oh my word and stars. Listen. Oh my goodness. I don't know what we have gotten into today. This guy right here. This dude. So we have a dynamic topic for you today. We're going to get live on these other platforms. Let's get this party started because I can't wait for you to hear what this man has to say. Choice TV done got dragged into this madness too. And so we're going to be reacting to all of it. We're going to be reacting to all of it. So let's get live. We are, thank you. We are live on LinkedIn. We are live on Facebook. And we are live on Twitter. Welcome in, everybody. Hey. So listen, today we're going to be talking about this man right here on the screen. This dude right here. So this guy right here, he is about to get himself into a crap storm because he is blaming black women, and you won't believe what he's blaming black women for. This guy is a vlogger. He wants to be online famous. So people have already begun to find his channel. Choice TV talked about this, and then Neek at Night, she did a video on it, but I was watching Choice's video because I really like Choice's personality. Choice has that it factor. If you all don't know Choice, I put his link in the description, so make sure that you go and catch that. All right. So this guy right here, you know what? Without further ado, I'm just gonna let you all know, I'm your host, Tanya TKO. On this channel, we use viral topics to talk about what self-love or self-abuse looks like in your relationships, right? And I don't know. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I'm a life coach with a specialty in relationship coaching. Today, this guy, he's self-proclaimed bisexual. We're gonna jump into the whole gamut of it today. So without further ado, let's get this party started. I'm just gonna go ahead and just get this thing playing.
Tried, and I'm about to give you an example. I've tried.
This is not the right video. I'm sorry, you all. You know what? The thing about it is, we're going to watch his full video in the next video. Today, I want us to take a look at Troyce's video because Troyce's video has a lot of clips in there, and Troyce's explanation as a black man, I wanted you all to hear because I wanted to go piece by piece with what Troyce had said because I felt that it was important for me to give my input on it. So we're going to absorb his whole video into this one and just break it down piece by piece. And then the bisexual dude, we're going to break his video down because he adds a lot of stuff that other vloggers have not added inside of his video that I want you to pay attention to. Because this right here, listen, on this channel, we talk about self-love. And we're going to, this is ridiculous to me. This whole thing is just ridiculous personally. Let's go.
I really had to get on here and talk about something that was really triggering. And I wanted to talk about this video that I came across on the internet. And basically it was a video of a man exposing women for being the real reason why a lot of guys are on the down low.
Because a lot of guys, let me tell y'all, a lot of reason why DL guys exist is because of y'all. Okay, y'all want to be upset at DL guys, and y'all want to have this issue about they should just come out and all that other shit. But y'all, the main reason why they DL, let me tell you, black women are some of the most homophobic.
I came across this video on the internet out of complete randomness, and I decided to watch it because the title immediately caught my opinion. And this was the title of the video. The video was titled this, and I simply was just like, wow, this is going to be interesting. I clicked on the video, I watched it, and I wanted to hear what this man had to say because obviously he was calling out women, and I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens. I like to just see a broader perspective, and let me see what he had to say. And let me just say that I was greatly disturbed with what I heard, enlightened, and I was very provoked, and that's why I want to get on here and make a video. So to make a long story short, this man got on camera and basically exposed the fact that women are the reason why guys are on the down low. And wow, I couldn't really agree more. Now, let me just explain why I kind of agree with his approach and why I disagreed with a lot of the shit he said. To make a long story short, I don't really agree with a lot of the generalizations, but I do see where he's coming from. Dare I say it, a lot of women love the fact that they can have a gay homeboy, a gay best friend, a gay content creator to watch, a gay hairstylist or whatever. But the minute they find out that their man is bisexual or their man is into men or has been intimate with men, automatically they go. And
Let me ask you let me ask you all a question. What's the difference between your hairdresser being gay and you all enjoying a wonderful kiki, right? What's the difference between your BFF being gay and you all plaiting each other's hair or twerking at the club together? Whatever you do with your BFF gay friend, right? I don't know what you all do. What's the difference between that and your man going out on a midnight stroll to the parks of Atlanta, coming back in with bruises on his knee and sticky stuff around his mouth? What is the difference? Okay, I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. We don't know if he's out there getting down like that. Not every man goes to the park on the midnight stroll, but what is the difference? I mean, I don't understand the disconnect between a set of parameters being okay for a friend or a platonic person or someone you go to school with, or the people who dress folks up on BET, and kissing your man with male pubic hairs curling around his mouth. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry.
And they automatically just dip. So to make a long story short, he's basically implying that women need to be more open-minded when dating men, because they're a big reason why a lot of men be so scared to come out of the closet.
If a female finds out that you fucked her, like, you could have been fucking her raw.
You know what I want you all to do? I'm going to propose a challenge, right? I'm going to propose a challenge. This man right here, if you hear him refer to women as women at any time during this video or when we do the full one, right? I will give you a full-fledged shout out on any form of social media you want me to. I'll give you a shout out if you can hear him refer to women as women instead of as bitches and females. And I'm gonna get in on that when I give my summation.
Hella hard, all that. She found out you mess around with a dude.
Hold on. I want you to hear what he says.
Female finds out that you fucked her, like, you could have been fucking.
You could have been having intercourse with her raw. I mean, what are the reasons that a woman may express concern if you come in and she's having unprotected intercourse with you and you express that you're also having intercourse with men? What red flags may come up for her? What concerns may come up for her? And I'm going to show you some stats and some data of what HIV rates are like among men who mess with men, women who mess with men, women who mess with women, and women who mess with women who mess with men. I'm going to show you what the HIV rates are like, because I don't understand why we're acting brand new.
Closet.
If a female finds out that you fucked her, like, you could have been fucking her raw, hella hard, all that. She found out you mess around with a dude, all of a sudden it's, oh, that gay ass nigga, he gay, and da-da-da. That's not true. He's obviously bisexual if he fucked you. At some point in my life, because of the way that I was conditioned in this society, that I started calling myself gay, and I'm not. Like, I started just claiming it because everybody else was calling me gay, and I was like, well, I don't have a problem with it. You know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the day, I had to wake up and realize, like, you know, that's not me. I got to stop allowing motherfuckers to call me gay, because as soon as I try to holler at a female, all of a sudden it's, oh, I thought you was gay. And I'm like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? So, which, by the way, I will tell one experience, my most recent experience, trying to holler at a female. And this is the reason why a lot of bisexual black men are forced into either messing with only guys or only girls, because a lot of guys, let me tell y'all, a lot of reason why DL guys exist is because of y'all. Okay? Y'all want to be upset at DL guys, and y'all want to have this issue about they should just come out and all that other shit. But y'all the main reason why they DL. Let me tell you, black women are some of the most homophobic. I'll give an example. Not too long ago, I was at this club. It was actually a gay club, yeah, but it was like a lesbian gay club. The girl was bad, okay? Like, when I tell you, like, she was just my type. Like, she was like petite, light skinned, like, nice little pretty hair and all that. Like, it was just like, she was just bad to me. Like, nice little swim waist, all that. And like, she was, you know, dancing on me and shit. And I'm just like, I'm feeling that. I didn't know I didn't give a fuck, but I was just like, I was feeling her, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Before he before he goes into this story, I wonder if you all have been paying attention. What is his type? If you didn't hear him express his type, I want you to just rewind that and type in the comments what his type is. The type of woman he's attracted to. The type of woman that gets his engine started. What is that type of woman? He just explained it or expressed it. I want you to just type it in the comments, okay? Type it in the comments.
You know, try to get her attention or whatever, and I could tell that she classified me as a gay dude because of the way she was handling me, you know what I'm saying? Back to the story, I had my auntie holler at her, and the girl was like, no, I thought he was gay or whatever. Like, I wasn't there, but that's when my auntie came back and told me she was like, basically, no, she thought that you were gay, type shit. Like, it didn't have anything to do with my looks or anything, and it was just like, I know that me and this girl would look good together, like, we'll have a pretty ass baby and everything. I'm just like, damn, like, man, what the fuck?
I want you to make mental note of that. He said that they would have a pretty what? He said they would have pretty babies. We're going to come back to that a little bit later. I just want you to pay attention to his mentality because this man this is sickness. And it's not only sickness, it's misogyny and it's misogynoir all mixed up into one. He thinks because he likes men and women that he is exempt from misogynoir. Oh no, I'm going to break it down for you piece by piece. Don't you worry.
Fuck, like, and I'm like, man, you know what? And she was like, she told her that I was bi, but because she knows that I mess around with guys, and she's bisexual herself, but because she knows that I mess around with guys, she don't want to give me no shot. Y'all are the most homophobic. That's the reason why y'all niggas is lying to y'all, fucking these niggas, coming back giving y'all shit. I'm not saying that it's right, but this is the reason, one of the main reasons why. If y'all allowed y'all's men to be fluid with y'all, y'all wouldn't have that problem. No, I'm trying to tell you, a man that feels comfortable with you ain't going nowhere. Especially if you, like, pussy is low-key better than ass. Like,
Now,
Oh, Troy, I'm so happy you left that part in. Please, I'm so happy. What was the last thing he said before I cut it off? He said, what is better than what? What did he say? Write it in the comments. Well, don't write it in the comments. YouTube won't allow for that. He said, low-key, pussy is better than ass. We're going to come back around to that because I did get a chance to interview a gay man or two before this video. And we're going to get back to that, okay? Let's hear what Troyce has to say. Oh, Troyce.
let me just start by saying that I completely understand why a lot of women don't want to date a bisexual guy. Because a lot of times you can have your preference and I don't give a fuck. As long as you know that your preference are your preference, even if it's shallow, even if it's selfish, respect it and keep it moving. If you're someone that doesn't want to date a dude because he's too short, that's your preference. It's shallow, yes, but that's your preference and it is what it is. If you're someone that wants to date somebody because they're light skinned or dark skinned, that's your preference. It's shallow, it's rooted in colorism, but hey, by all means, go for it. Do what you gotta do, date who you want to date because you're an adult and you can do whatever the hell you want. But my issue kind of sometimes stems from the fact that a lot of times people will try to justify their preferences. Now, he made a really good point when he addressed the fact that a lot of women deep down inside have actually experimented and done shit with women. And he has a point. I know a lot of women who identify as heterosexual, but will tell me, oh yeah, well when I was in high school I had a girlfriend, or when I was in middle school I thought I was bi and I kissed girls and shit and I went through a phase, blase blase, or I had sex with a girl, or I ate out a girl, or I made out with my homegirl. Right? And I'm talking to women out there who want to date a straight man. The minute a dude tells you, oh yeah, I fucked a couple dudes in the asshole, and yeah, I took it up the ass, and I sucked a couple dicks, automatically women would automatically just run the fuck away and run for the hills. And the reason being is because a lot of times a lot of women have this high pedestal for what they think a man should be and what they perceive men to be and how they should react and how men should behave and how they should be.
You know what? I'm sorry. This is why I decided to react to this video because Troyce is a lot more eloquent than that original content creator, but I feel like I need to address this from a woman's point of view because we have two Black men speaking for women. And as a Black woman, I'm going to explain to you the whole gamut of why we have these issues with bisexual men. And the crazy part about it is he's blaming Black women. Oh, but there's a real reason, the real reason that I'm going to uncover for you all. Let's go.
Because a lot of times women have traditional values, and there's nothing wrong with being conservative. A lot of women are very conservative and believe in traditional values, and they believe a man should be a certain way. And you're entitled to have your preference. But I will say that if a man looks at you and says, oh, you've experimented with a girl before? When you were in middle school, you did what? You did what with your homegirl? Yeah, I'm good. The power of Christ compels you, bitch. Stay the fuck away from me. If a man does that to you because you've experimented with a woman before, you got to keep the same energy. If he doesn't want you because you've experimented with women, you have to keep the same energy. A lot of times, many women just find that a deal breaker if they're fucking a guy and they have to visualize the fact that he's taking it up the ass or he's giving it up the ass to another guy. Now, if you were to ask a lot of women, most of them will outright tell you that they think it's a turnoff. Now, I've seen a lot of videos all over YouTube, and I'm pretty sure y'all have seen them too, where there's a lot of videos of women making videos of just saying how to tell if your man is gay, how to tell if he's gay.
And today I'm going to provide you with 13 signs your man is probably gay.
10 signs to tell if your man is gay.
About down low men and how to spot a down low man.
How to tell if your man is this, how to tell if your man is down low. And then there's videos of gay men making videos on how to tell if your husband is gay, how to tell if your fiance is gay, how to tell if your boyfriend is gay, how to tell if the guy you're talking to is gay. There's so many videos out there, and the reason why there's so many videos out there is because wherever there's a supply, there's a demand. A lot of times women will run for the hills and they're just like, nope, you have to just like one thing and that's about it. Amber Rose got a lot of flack a couple years ago because she specifically said in an interview that she would never date a bisexual guy.
Ooh, you see that one?
Would you ever date a bisexual guy, Amber?
No, I just wouldn't be comfortable with it. And I don't know why. I just feel that way.
Amber Rose isn't the only one to express this sentiment. A Glamour survey found that 63% of women respondents wouldn't date a man who has ever had sex with another man, and a recent study found that straight women rate bi men as less attractive than straight men.
And a lot of people accuse people like Amber Rose and the other women for having homophobic tendencies for why they wouldn't be open to dating a bisexual guy. And a lot of times, women sometimes also have that toxic masculinity mindset where they're like, nope, men gotta do this, men can't wear pink, men gotta be this, men gotta talk like this, dress like this, and act like this. And I see where a lot of women are coming from because a lot of women have those traditional values where they want what they want, and you are entitled to have what you want.
Mm-hmm. So I'm confused, Kate Fox.
You should not be confused. Frank Ocean is gay. When a person likes to have sex with the same sex, then you are gay, or homosexual, if you will. Now, that's fine. That's if that's your thing. But when a man says that he wants to have sex with men and women, that's not cool with me.
I'm sorry. Listen, hold on. I need to, here we go. Do not promote other people's channels on my page, please. I just had to put somebody into timeout. They know that they've been put into timeout. Don't do it. Don't do that. If I want to promote somebody's channel, I'll do it. Or you can contact me behind the scenes and let's get some sort of negotiation going. But don't do that, okay? I want you all to just the cognitive dissonance is so real. And the thing is, we're talking about I have my notes. I'm gonna go into the full thing. Because there's an aspect of masculinity, manness, preference. There's so many different aspects in here, and I want us to get through this, and then I'm going to give my point of view.
At all. I like the fact that Frank Ocean came out because now I know what deck of cards I'm playing with. Be straight with me. He was open. He was honest. But when a man doesn't tell me he's gay and he puts on a front for whatever reason, I don't respect that. Down low brothers is the worst kind of betrayal that there is. Do not play with the heart. It's very fragile. So choose your sexuality. Stand by it. and then live life to the fullest and be happy in love and in sex.
So you're saying that a woman who has sex with a woman once in college is gay.
We're talking about Frank Ocean being bi or gay, and I believe that he's gay. I don't think that men can be bi. Men are gay if they have sex with other men.
But I see where old boy is coming from when he said,
you know what? I feel like I have to address that right now. Number one, they have terms, bisexual, gay. These terms all mean different things. Pansexual, all different types of things, right? I personally do not believe that a person is gay if they are attracted to both genders. Also, we cannot act as if vagina and vagina is the same as penis and anus. We cannot pretend as if men did not create the disdain of penis. Men created the disdain of penis. Men have created the norm that if you take penis, no matter who you are, if you're male or female, if you take penis, your value decreases. Men made those rules. Men did. And let me just address the elephant in the room right here, right now. Sir, this guy right here. Sir, if you choose to lie about who it is that you truly are, you are doing that because you are a liar. If you choose not to accept your truth about who it is you are, who it is that you like, you do that out of your own personal choice to be a liar, a fake, and a fraud. You do that. You. It's nobody else's fault. Nobody drove you to lie. Nobody drove you to go out there on the midnight stroll, getting split in the middle with the man thing that wiggle. Nobody forced you to go out there and do that. The issue that he's having, and like I said, I'm going to break down this whole thing afterwards. So just stay tuned at the end. I just want to get through this video so that we can go ham, because this is unbelievable.
Y'all are the most homophobic. That's the reason why y'all niggas is lying to y'all, fucking these niggas, coming back giving y'all shit. I'm not saying that it's right, but this is the reason, one of the main reasons.
God. This man, I don't know if he has psychopathic tendencies or if it's just years of being reared in male existence that has his dissonance so high. The reason people come back and give their partners diseases is because they were not practicing safe sex. Having intercourse having intercourse alone does not produce an STI or STD. Unsafe practices with a high-risk group and not using protection, engaging in activities that are high risk with a high-risk person in high-risk scenarios, and coming home and not protecting the woman that you claim that you love, you got a disease because you were not protecting yourself. And you passed on that disease because there's something just criminally wrong with you. There's something psychotic, sociopathic going on inside of you. And listen, we're not diagnosing anybody from afar. These are just my opinions. There's something psychotic about coming home and knowing that you have participated in high-risk activities and taking your diseased dick and shooting it up into the mother of your children, an unsuspecting woman, because you claim that she didn't accept you. N-word, you got to accept yourself. Do you accept you? Do you accept the fact that you're bisexual and that you like dick? If you did, then why are you not honest with yourself? Why is it that you're blaming somebody else for your choices? Like I said, we're going to get into it, but...
Reasons why. If y'all allowed y'all's men to be fluid with y'all wouldn't have that problem.
On top of that...
So we wouldn't have the problem if we allowed our men to be fluid with us and be like, okay, baby... Just bunk it up, darling. I'll hold your cheeks for you. I'll spread them for you. If we allowed our men to be fluid, come on. You know, we'll get more into that. Let's just go forward.
Melissa Ford also got a lot of backlash back in the day because she said something similar. Now, if y'all didn't know, Melissa Ford is a very famous video vixen from the early 2000s. She was beautiful. She's known for being in that Big Pimpin' music video. However, when she was on a podcast, she was asked by her co-host, would she ever date a man that has been with a transgender woman?
He didn't say to you, I fucked a tranny who had a dick or a vagina. I just fucked a tranny. Would you want to know, would it matter if they had a dick or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so if he fucked Laverne Cox, you'd be okay with that?
Oh my God. You know what? I had to interject again. Would it matter if he was attracted to a 6'4" woman presenting person with broad shoulders and big hands and some wide feet, platypus foots down on the ground? Would it matter? It's like, there are a lot of different things that matter, and I'm going to get into my list. This is unbelievable.
So we should move on to the next subject.
No,
I'm hungover.
Here's what I'm asking you.
What?
If Laverne Cox was fucking your man and you found out, would you be able to still give him the pussy?
I would have a hard time giving my man the pussy if I found out he cheated on me with just anybody. Like,
I appreciate the publicist that taught you how to pivot. But the question is, if you knew Laverne Cox was giving up the Orange is the New Black pussy, the Ivy Park pussy, would you be okay with that and say, Laverne is a beautiful woman and I'm here for equality,
pre or post,
and that's okay because I love you?
This is what
I don't condone cheating.
Queen in the comments, thank you so much for like, pre and post op matters. Whether she's 6'4" with a broad back matters. Whether she got some big old damn hands and a deep voice and a wig that's tilted to the side, all of this matters. Why are we acting like this doesn't matter? Come on. I'm going to get into my list, but come on.
We'll take Laverne Cox out of the equation and just say a transsexual person.
Okay, Sydney, fine.
Let's not use somebody that I admire and that I know and like. Let's just take them out of the equation and just some random transsexual.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think so.
What?
I don't think
do you
I would
feel like
be
it would
able
have?
to.
Do you think there would have been DNA left that would have destroyed the relationship?
No, I just feel like it's a slippery slope.
Well,
pun intended.
Okay, well that's good to know. All the trannies, get out her man's DMs.
And when she gave
I'm sorry, but once your man lays down in the bed with a person with some big long ass legs and knobby knees, listen, once your man lays down in the bed with a person, once your man lays down in the bed with a 6'4" person with some scrawny legs spread up in the air, deep voice hollering in the night, once your man does that, and you know that you're a petite old thing, some questions are going to be raised. Whether she got a bussy, a mussy, made up puss, whatever she has. If she's 6'4" with some long ass, knobby kneed legs with them giant ass ankles, you know how, listen, you all saying, I'm with the fat that ain't distributed femininely. Come on, don't make me say it. Don't make me say it, because then y'all gonna start talking about me, and that's fine. I don't care, because you bring the smoke. Because I stand by this with my full chest, my full feminine chest stuck out in the air. I do. I'm going to break the whole thing down for you all as soon as we get through this video, but I'm sorry. It just raises a lot of questions. If I see my man's ex, I just have to, if I see my man's ex and she's 6'4" towering over and she's grappling him up by the back of his, even if she was assigned female at birth, and she's 6'4" with some broad shoulders, long arms with knobby elbows and knobby knees with fat not distributed right. And she's like, nigga, you heard what up? I'm sorry. even if she's born female. And then you're coming to me with my little petite self and big hips. And what's happening now? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Ugh.
So a lot of people were not very happy with that. I get why she got flack for it, but she's also entitled to have her own preference. So I'm not going to scrutinize somebody for their preference. I will hold you accountable and be like, why do you have that preference? And I'll try to understand. But your preference is your preference. And I feel like at the end of the day, if the woman rejected you because she found out you were being intimate with men and she knows that you like men, hell, grow the fuck up, shut the door, and walk through the next one. That's all I gotta say. A lot of people believe that sexuality is just gay and straight. That's it. You're either gay or you're straight, and that's it. And I respect people's opinions. It has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of dudes are going around fucking men, bringing HIV and AIDS to their women. Dare I say it? Here come the people saying, no, it's not. I know what it is, and I know what it's not. At the end of the day, anybody can catch AIDS and HIV regardless of your gender, but it is more accessible and it is more common amongst males to give it to other males. And a lot of times,
You know, I feel like I got to pause it right there because I feel like it would not be socially responsible of me not to pause it right there and then show you what the data says. So we're going to get some data. I did a quick Google search. I already know about this data from when I was searching about high risk activity years ago. Oh, if you all want to send an Apple, the link to send a Cash App is in the description. I'm sorry, I forgot all about that for the time being, but I am going to read Apples in a moment, right? Let's take a look. This is from a website called thebody.com, and they have shown where they have gotten their data, right? I can summarize this for you if you need me to, right? Basically, what the article says is it talks about what the rates are. Out of the 1.1 million people living with HIV in the US, roughly 700,000 of them attain the virus through male-to-male intercourse, right? You can go there. I'll put the link inside of the description of the video. But this is the data. You can search for it yourself, right? Here we go. HIV rates are higher among gay and bisexual men of color. Look. The rate of HIV diagnosis, 13 to 24-year-old. Then we got the different age brackets. You can take a look at that. But I want to get into the percentage, right? HIV high risk depends on whether you're inserting versus receiving. A bottom is 13 times more likely to acquire HIV than a partner who's a top. Being receptive partner or bottom during anal is the highest. It's high risk, right? Then we go into women, right? HIV among transgender. Then we're going to get into bisexuals right here. Here we go. They're talking about depression, HIV risk factors for LGBTQ. Let's see, mental health. We must have missed it up here because we missed the lesbian rates, right? We missed the lesbian rates. Let's get to that part over there, right? Gay and bisexual men. Sorry. Listen. let me get the data. Here it is. Lesbians right here. All right. Let's get to this. Of the 1.1 million people living with HIV in the United States, about 23%, that's about 250,000 people are women. In addition, let's see, male to female sexual contact accounts for 85% of new HIV diagnosis in women, right? When I looked it up before, when I was looking at the HIV rates among lesbians, the HIV rate among lesbians is 4%. It was about 4% when I looked it up a few years ago, right? The greatest portion of people who contract HIV are people who contracted from male to male contact, right? Even lesbian women don't like messing with bisexual women. They don't like messing with women who like penis. Why? Because penis is oftentimes the introduction of virus into the community. So women, they're good for the most part. Can you transmit virus from woman to woman? Yes. When you start when you start adding fingering and toys and all this other stuff, if the person has the disease. But we're going to talk about male nature a little bit later in this video. We're going to talk about male nature because we're pretending as if men get down out there like women. You know, I hear this joke, right? Where they say, what lesbians, the second date is the moving van. Women go out there, they go out on a date, they like a person, they move in the next day. This is the ongoing joke. You all tell me the joke out there. There's some of you who like women out there, women who like women. Tell me the joke. I don't remember it. But they were like, first date is good, second date is the U-Haul truck or at U-Haul, right? Because this is how women get down. I was watching this show on HBO back in the early 2000s. This guy was walking with his shopping cart in this grocery store. And he looked over at this man that was perhaps picking up an eggplant or whatever fruit he was dilly-dallying with. And they caught each other's eye by the freezer. And then the next scene, they were in the back seat and the windows were fogged up, hands and feet everywhere, pumping. Male nature and female nature is very different. And hence why we are complements in the dating world. There's a dysfunction that exists in male on male in the male on male community, where even like every woman who has maybe part of the reason that women are leery of bisexual men is the relationships that they have with their gay friends, because they know how quick, easy, fast, loose, and free many men are with their seed, semen, penis, booty, all of that, unprotected and protected alike. Don't effing matter. We're going to talk about male nature when I give my commentary on this video and break it down piece by piece. But let's not pretend as if there is not a real threat that men come with their diseased dicks. If you look at the rates that African American women in particular are contracting these diseases from men, the rate is astronomical. They are ruining people's lives, ruining women's lives. And the reason why they're doing this is because they're careless, carefree, psychotic, sociopathic, myopic, all of that combined. And they're blaming, absolving themselves of culpability for their own actions. Let's get back to the video, right? Let's get back to the video.
When these males get it, they can give it to their heterosexual women that they're intimate with. Women who are heterosexual are least likely to get it. And a lot of times, a lot of women don't want to dibble and dabble.
That's not true. Women who are heterosexual, that doesn't matter. It's the men who are bringing the disease in. Women who are lesbian are least likely to catch HIV. Women who are pure lesbian and have intercourse with women who have only been with women are the least likely to get HIV. That's the demographic right there. What is it about male nature, the penis, and how the penis is going around and how he's fast, free, and loose with his anus out there?
In someone who's bisexual because they don't want that kind of energy coming their way. And hey, listen, say what you want, but the reason I'm bringing that up is because this has been a common conversation for a long time. Let's not forget that back in the 90s and early 2000s, these statistics were going crazy from women catching HIV and AIDS from their men who were dibbling and dabbling in all different shades. So let's be honest for a second. Girlfriends did a very insane episode about this damn near 15, 20 years ago. On top of that, Soul Food did the same thing. And a lot of these episodes ruffled a lot of people's feathers and they fear-mongered a lot of women, but these are important conversations that a lot of people need to have and try to understand why women feel the way they feel.
Are you okay? I'm stable on my meds. My viral load is down. I get tired sometimes, but overall I feel pretty good.
Are you HIV positive? Or do you have full-blown AIDS?
Full-blown AIDS. Don't worry, girl. This is an outbreak. It's not airborne.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you hear things.
You did not hear that. Maya, it's only transmitted through blood and semen, so I think everybody here is okay.
Do you know how Brian got it?
From another man.
Oh my God. He couldn't use a condom?
No, because if he put a condom in his pocket, then he'd be admitting to himself that he was going out to have sex with men. And that would make him gay, which, according to him, he's not.
One time I had a really good female acquaintance who told me that she did not want to go to Atlanta because she's terrified that she might come across a man who might give her HIV and AIDS. Shows like Soul Food have talked about this.
Can we talk about it later? I'm tired of thinking about it.
I'm sorry. Atlanta is the gay mecca, gay black mecca of the U.S. San Francisco ain't got nothing on them D-boys down there. What is he talking? Oh, my God. Anybody who has a fear, listen, there's a difference between a phobia and a fear. A phobia is unfounded. A fear has founding. And people who care about themselves, they have healthy fears. They see what the data shows, and they are cognizant of that.
Not kidding.
I mean, why are you so upset?
Kelvin is downstairs with Asia. I just walked in on them.
Having sex?
Damn near close to it.
Oh, shit. Hey, now what's going on?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're talking about me and Asia, man.
You know, we just got a little carried away.
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't you value anybody else's life but yours?
Hey, Kenny, I'm not following you, man. You're gonna have to make it plain because...
Do you see him? I ain't following you. You're gonna have to make it plain. And people are acting as if this is fear-mongering, as if art is not imitating life. Come on.
Because, like she said, we just got a little carried away in your house. I'm sorry.
Kelvin, you got HIV. So just getting a little carried away is a dangerous thing.
You way out of line, Kenny.
You have HIV, and you're down.
He's like, he told him, you gotta have to be more specific. He said, I'm not following. You gotta be more specific. He was very specific. He said, man, you got HIV. This is what you wanted, right? Oh, my goodness.
Down here kissing me all in my mouth?
Asia.
Bitch, I blame you for introducing us.
I didn't know he was HIV positive when I introduced you.
Will everyone just hold on for one goddamn minute? All right, Asia, you cannot get HIV from kissing. You're fine.
Fuck you, Calvin.
Has it been proven that if you got some dental bleeding and another person got some sores in their mouth that you can't pass it? Has that been proven? I don't know if that's been proven now. You know, lots of people been flossing, their teeth are bleeding, or they got all types of issues going on.
Because they messed around with a guy who was messing around with other guys. There's so many movies, it's like Tyler Perry films and movies in general that talk about this. At the end of the day, statistics are statistics, and women aren't just up and trying to be homophobic for no reason. A lot of times these women have these specific standards for specific reasons. They don't want to be a statistic of what happened to a lot of women who were open-minded or who weren't informed. So that's where that comes from. But then I also got to admit that what he said right here holds a lot of weight. A lot of women, outright then and there, don't make it easy for a dude to express himself and his feelings. The minute a dude just opens up and gets vulnerable and talks about what he likes and what he doesn't like, automatically a woman just associates that with femininity. And a lot of times men are scared as fuck to even say anything because they have this mindset of like, damn, like if this bitch knows that I'm fucking with dudes and she knows that I'm messing around with guys, she's never gonna give me a chance. She's gonna be embarrassed of me. And then
I want us to pay attention to that part right there. I just want us to focus on that. Like I said, I'm going to give my whole summation at the end of this. We only have 5 more minutes left of this video. The dissonance, the cognitive dissonance. You know, so many men, this is the motif. If I tell her who I truly am, she's not going to give me a chance. And that is what the issue is right there. Because you want to manipulate a person into giving you a chance, and you want to create a higher likelihood of them giving you a chance by lying about who you are, how tall you are, how big your penis is, how much money you make, where you work, where you live, who you live with, how many children you have. Tell me, am I lying? Am I lying? Or am I lying? So this is all about manipulation. This is all about what can I do to increase my chances with you. This is selfish. This is manipulative. It is controlling. It is absconding. It's hiding the truth. A person deserves the truth. If a person is not down for who you are truthfully, they are not the one for you. But so many men don't get it. They're like, oh, if I say something wrong, if I do something wrong, she's going to withhold vagina, withhold love, withhold affection from me. That is well within her right. That's well within her right. That's well within anybody's right. Be who it is that you truly are. Go ahead and thumbs up and like the video. Share the video. We're about at 1,000 people right now on YouTube. So go ahead and share. The link to the Cash App is in the description. I'm going to read your apples in a moment. I'm going to grab that in just a moment, right?
There's women who don't give a fuck. There's women who outright don't give a fuck. You know, there's women outright who outright said, who I've seen on the internet say they don't care.
In the past, would that be like a deal breaker, a red flag, or would it matter?
It wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter to you?
No.
You'd be open, you'd be cool with it?
As long as he's into me.
That's all that matters?
Yep.
What about you?
I mean, bisexual means he's attracted to women and guys, and I'm a woman, so if he's attracted to me and I'm attracted to him, let's make this thing happen.
But then there's women like this who outright have a very reasonable point on why they don't want to date a man that's bisexual.
So I'm here with?
Vonnie.
Vonnie, where you from?
I'm from Miami.
All right, that's what's up. Vonnie in the building.
Yes.
If you were dating a guy in a relationship and he told you he was bisexual or had a male partner in the past, would that be a red flag or make a difference?
I would appreciate his honesty, but for me it would be a red flag.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to do it?
It's not that I wouldn't, I just wouldn't want to. I think one is just because, you know, you have a certain level of confidence as a woman, and when you allow your man to go out with his friends, you want to make sure that's just a friend. It's almost like saying if I dated a heterosexual guy, that his best friend is female, but he and his best friend are hanging out 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, that's a red flag.
Right.
So now if my male friend is saying, my male partner is saying that he likes men as well, now he's hanging out with his male friend constantly, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, now I'm going to think about it.
Right.
So it could be an uncomfortable feeling just as far as trust and that level of intimacy.
Big facts. So there you have it.
A lot of women just don't want to compete with a dick. A lot of women would rather go around saying that their man cheated on them with another woman than go around saying that.
Somebody is saying it's always the Black women who are closed-minded. Why is that? Our community is ravaged by HIV, contracted by men who have brought dirty dicks into the community. Dicks that they didn't protect them dicks. They kept the dicks dirty. They brought them in and they squirted all around the place. Taking condoms off in the middle of intercourse, poking holes, doing all types of craziness. Being in long-term committed relationships in which you got tested at one time and then you continue and you go out there in high-risk activity. So these other women are waking up. They're waking up to the fact that these men are abandoning their children in their community at a rate of 90%. They're going to wake up to the HIV that's coming in too. So you keep on. You keep on. Black women are wise to the game, of course.
That their man cheated on them with another man. Because at that point, when she has to go around saying that, everyone's going to be like, oh, okay, your man was gay. But realistically, the man could have just been bi and could have just been experimenting. Men are just obsessed with trying to get validation from women. There's a reason why a lot of guys are scamming. There's a reason why a lot of guys are wearing these gold chains. They're trying to impress y'all as women. There's a reason why these guys are scamming, and when you go on their Instagram, show off their car that's not even there, that's clearly their mama's. Flexing money to their ear, knowing damn well they got that shit out they mama person shit. Showing money on their Instagram, knowing damn well they doing fucking MLM pyramid schemes. Probably selling fucking whack ass Herbalife and shit.
I wonder, how is it women's fault, responsibility, culpability that men perpetrate a fraud in order to impress women? That is their choice. It's like men act like they want to be leaders until they have to actually be accountable for something. It's just like Trump. It's like Trump was talking about if you're a leader, it's your fault until he was the leader. And then all of a sudden it was everybody else's fault.
Shit. A lot of times women have, you got to be this tall, you got to be that, you have to be masculine, you got to be this, you got to be that. Oh, is he gay? Is he straight? Is he this? A lot of women have like 50 boxes that a male has to check off. So
Is he gay is one of the boxes that women have that a man has to check off.
I do understand why a lot of times men are so scared to be so open about being bisexual or like wanting to dibble and dabble and get fucked or some shit by another guy or fuck another guy. Because a lot of them seek female validation. So I see where this guy is coming from, because there's a lot of weight to what he's saying. And I think that alone should just show you that men and women will probably never be equal, which I guess it just is what it is. It's just the way society was framed. It's just the way society is. A lot of times women and men will never be equal, because the truth is, even though men and women are equally human, men and women are different and they do things differently. A lot of women are entitled to have their own preference. A lot of women are entitled to just be like, no, dude, you're fucking gay. Get the hell away from me. You take care and you go talk to those chicks. Don't talk to me. And I respect that, and I think people should just respect it as a whole. So when you get on camera and you say shit like, black women are the most homophobic, and yeah, they're this and they're that, and see, this is why, you know, a lot of these men are bringing y'all shit, even though it's not okay, y'all not open to us. It's like, not everyone has to assimilate to your sexuality. Not everyone has to agree with my sexuality, your sexuality. No one has to fucking give a shit about your sexuality. It's just life. Not everybody's gonna agree with you. Not everybody has to fucking want you, or not everybody has to accept you. All people have to do is respect you. As long as a woman is not saying to you, "Oh, fuck out of here, you F word, you fag, get out of my face," then that's when she's doing too much. But if she says, "No, I'm good. I don't want to date you because of this, that, and the third," and you dibbled and dabbled in dicks, so I'm good. I respect that, and I think everyone should respect that. Just like how I respect the dudes, I respect the dude who doesn't want to fucking date a woman who's overweight, or doesn't want to date a woman who believes in hypergamy, who wants to go half with every woman he dates. Everybody's entitled to their own preference, but I think with the whole sexuality thing, I think that's when it kind of gets just fucked up, because I think society as a whole is just so obsessed with sexuality, and I think people are never going to come on equal terms with that. I also don't believe that it makes a man gay if he likes to date trans women. I don't believe that it makes a woman gay if she likes to experiment. I don't believe it makes anyone gay for experimenting and doing shit. Sexuality for a lot of people is a journey, and for a lot of people it realistically is a spectrum, and people would respectfully disagree, and that's fine. People are allowed to have their traditional values, and if a woman says, nope, if you like dick, if you like pussy, I respect that. So that's that for this video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about.
All right. So listen, yes, go show Troy some love if you like his personality. By all means, his link is in the description of this video. Go show love to the people whose content you enjoy. Perfect. Wonderful. Right? I'm going to give my summation of all of this, and I'm going to explain to you the real reason why women are not interested in men who have been with other men, by and large, for the most part, right? Number one, we talked about the HIV. I showed you the data for that. If you look at the HIV in the Black community among Black women, the highest growing population of people contracting HIV, other than men on men, but they're spreading it. So it's coming into our community that way, right? Number two, no one has to like you. No one is forced to like you. But the thing about it is this, right? Men think of women as their property. They do not think of men. This is the generalization that it seems as if by and large, they do not think that women have autonomy. They feel that any woman who they like should like them. I'm going to play something for you that you're going to be stunned by. But you know what? Let's first grab this Cash App. Hey. 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 All right. So Keisha sends 1010 and says, I guess she's a part of the text notification squad. Thank you, Keisha. If you want to join the text notification squad, the link is in the description below. She says, Black men want Black women to accept anything. There we have it. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you want to send a Cash App through, the link to do that is in the description. It's at Tanya TKO. You see it moving around the screen. Right around there and in the bottom left-hand corner right there. Okay. I'm going to show you something that is going to stun you right here, right? It's this guy. Other vloggers, I haven't seen many vloggers, I've only seen 2 vloggers reporting on this, Troyce and Neek. But I'm gonna play something for you that is going to blow your skull.
And I'm about to give you an example. I've tried hella females, and that's another reason why a lot of DL guys, they're not gonna come out, because it's the type of female. Like, even though they know that like they fine and shit and like they can get bitches still, it's the type of female. See, all guys don't want a female who's very, see, most of the time, okay, I'm gonna just be honest. In my experience as a bisexual man, you either get those real freaky ass females that's just into everything and anything, and they're kind of slutty and kind of like, they're a turnoff, you know. Like, I don't want that. Everybody doesn't want that. Some guys that are bisexual, they really just want that wholesome chick, like, that's just cool, go on about her. She take care of her business, she go to work, take care of her kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of shit that some niggas want, but they not, you know, these are the type of females that are usually very fucking homophobic, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give an example. Not too long ago, I was at this club.
Listen, this makes a difference. What did you hear that he said? He doesn't want the type of woman, because let me tell you, I have a girlfriend who she's polyamorous, and she's also, I forget the name of it, pansexual. She's polyamorous and pansexual. She just likes people for the energy that they have on the inside, whether you have a penis, a vagina, post-op, pre-op, whether you are top, bottom, it doesn't matter. As long as you have good energy and you are vibrating as a human being and she likes your energy and she gets along with you, she will like you, right? There are pansexual women out there. There are people out there who like any number of things. But you heard him, right? He doesn't want those type of women because they're freaky, they're into anything, sir. Sir. If you take dick up your ass, there's going to be a particular type of woman who's going to be okay with you taking dick up your ass. And the strange part about it is, he's acting as if this is only women. Oh, listen. Oh, listen. With you being in the life, and I have many people in my viewers who are in the life as well. So, sir, with you being in the life, you know, gay men have a problem with bisexual men too. Remember, I told you that there was a sentence that I wanted you to pay attention to in the beginning part of this video, right? There were two things I wanted you to pay attention to. One of them was, there were actually three things I told you to pay attention to. Do you remember them? Do you remember the three things I told you to pay attention to? I'll put the comments up on the screen for people who want to get their kudos and put it up right now, right? I'll give you a second. Come, write it. What were the three things I told you to pay attention to? One was his preference, what he prefers, the type of petite little gal, slim waist, light skin gal, the man that he prefers, right? With the nice hair, right? Two was him saying that he thinks that they would make cute babies, which means he is interested in procreating. Anus doesn't produce babies, son. Listen, three. He said vagina is low-key better than ass. Listen. He said vagina is better than ass, right? Let me show you all something that you may not know. You may not know this because some of you may not be in the life, but shout out to the people who sent me this story, who send me articles, who I'm able to interview behind the scenes, because I wouldn't have known about this either. Look, this right here, this is on Keto Diaries. Oh, look at this article. Raheem Shabazz may have finally bottomed, and Twitter can't handle it. Listen. Gay men are not okay with men switching from top to bottom. Men are not okay with, listen, gay men who are bottoms, who were fantasizing about this man. Oh, they fantasized about him because he had topped his whole career. He was a top, right? And then he decided to take dick, and men were upset. The bottoms were, look, I'll show you a comment. You think it's a joke? I'll show you a comment right here. Listen, listen. All the so-called tops are bottoming now? Lord, it's time us bottoms start rubbing our bussies together. No more real, well, he said pussies, but I refuse. Started rubbing our pussy together. No more real tops, question mark, question mark, question mark. And then there are people, they're just going crazy. They're so, look, one person is crying. Y'all don't understand. To find out so-called top bottoms is biggest turnoff, LOL. Only thing I'm okay with is eating a top ass. That's it. So, Constance says you can't watch this. This is real life we're talking about here. Connie, come back into the building. You're probably one of the ones that need to hear this. Gay men have a problem with a man who is typically the giver receiving dick up the ass, but then all of a sudden it's Black women that are supposed to be the ones. It's like you cannot have one iota of standard for yourself at all without men coming onto the internet crying, whining, complaining, bitching, moaning about why you don't want them. This is toxic masculinity through and through, and they don't even see and understand how toxic and toxic misogynoirist this is. He doesn't see her as a complete autonomous human being. Men don't see us as complete autonomous human beings. It's all about them and what they want. And as long as they're interested in you, you just need to lay back, bust open your pussy, and it doesn't matter whether it's on an air mattress, in a shitty dog basement. It doesn't matter whether it's outside, whether he never bought you a meal, it doesn't matter. It does not matter whether you don't want a man who takes dick up the ass or gargles on nuts. It doesn't matter. As long as he wants you, he feels that you should want him too. Otherwise, they'll come to the internet. Gay men do it. Well, men who deal with women do that because they don't respect you as a human being. As a woman, you're there at their beck and call. This is why they don't understand that you're walking down the street. You could be gay. You could be married. Damn it, you could even be freaking pregnant. And they feel that you are their property as you walk down the street. How dare you not like me telling you to smile? How dare you not like and want my advances, to fuck with what you got going on? Your mother could have just died. You could be walking down the street, lost your job. They don't give a damn. Smile. You need to put a smile on you. Why don't you smile? They don't care. As long as they want you, you're supposed to want them. Let me go back through my list, right? We already talked about how lying is a choice. We talked about pansexuals and people who are open. We talked about his preference, right? Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about men and their preferences, okay? You all remember that dude. I forgot his name. The dude who was in Black Panther, who played the Monkey King. I posted him on my Instagram page, and people hipped me to the fact that he has never demonstrated that he dates Black women. He was dating an Asian woman at the time. I took that picture down off of my Instagram page, and there were people who were products of biracial relationships, in biracial relationships, and all of that, who were upset that I took the picture down and I did not endorse him or fawn all over him, right? Let me ask you Black women a question, right? If you meet a Black man and all of the children that he's given birth to are all biracial from white women, and he says he's interested in you, because I'm about to give you the real reason why Black women are not into men who like other men, right? I'm going to give you the real, because none of the men, nobody else I've seen has touched on that. If you met a man, a Black man, and all of his children were biracial from white women, would you give him a chance? I want to see the comments. I want to see what you all are going to say. Come on, let's see. Let's see. I want to see. Tell me why. I wouldn't date him. Hard pass. Tell me why. Tell me why. Uh-oh. Come on, tell me why. Come on. Hey, Leilani, I love that name. Okay, tell me why. So most women are saying they wouldn't date him. Why? Tell me why. All of his children are biracial, but now he's coming to you. Come on. Okay. Okay. Because I'm not first choice. Come on, tell me why. Tell me why. I don't think he'd be really special. Nope, because white women are his preference and he's trying to use me as a placeholder. Nope. He will judge you. I'm probably last choice to fill in until he finds a white woman. All right, perfect. Continue to write your comments below. I'm going to jump back into my explanation, right? If a woman meets a man, first of all, men, by and large, are very visual creatures. You want to get a man? Go put on a nice brassiere, push your boobs together, lay on your back, take a picture and DM him. He's going to have a very difficult time resisting. Push yourself up against him. If you want him, you could just listen. Grace Jones said it best in what was it, Thunderdome or Mad Max? She was like, just grab him and take him. If you have a man problem, just grab him and take him, right? Men have a very difficult time resisting, right? A very difficult time resisting. We're gonna jump into that a little bit later, but if you meet a man, and we know that men are very visual creatures by and large, and he has demonstrated a preference for white women, right? Thin women, right? Short women, right? Tall women, right? As long as that woman is not your physique. He could be a black man and like that look, like, you know, that coolie look, that black Indian kind of look, like Chili from TLC, right? Like Ananda, I believe her name was. But you know the look I'm talking about, real smooth skin, that straight hair, the Euro type nose, right? If all of his exes looked like XYZ, right? And then here you come. If all of his exes are petite, short with big hips, and you're tall with narrow hips, right? If all of his exes are big busted and you got yourself something, you part of the itty bitty titty committee, right? You would do yourself a tremendous favor by really, really, really questioning him and seeing how he came about dusting or darkening your doorstep. Please. I want you to really pay attention to men's preferences, what it is that they typically like. Because if you don't light a man's fire on the inside, you may never, ever be his. Ever. If you don't spark that part of him on the inside, that revs his engine, you know that part that they put wood inside of the locomotive, that part in there that gets him sparked from the inside. If you don't spark that in him, that deep intrinsic part of him that he is at his core attracted to. So now we're talking about women. If he likes white women, thin women, tall women, and you're short and dark or plump or this, that, and the other, you would do yourself good by being leery of him darkening your doorstep. Now imagine if you look back through his exes, and his exes have beards, angled jaws, the nice Caesar haircut, big muscles, a penis. Are we going to just ignore the elephant in the room that women, we don't have dicks? We don't have flat, well, some of us have flat chests. Not me, though. Not me. Are we going to ignore the fact that there's one body part that a woman just doesn't have? And if a man is attracted to beards, if he is attracted to a phenotype that is completely opposite to you, if he is attracted to the phenotype of people with large muscles, six-pack abs, a beard, and got swag, male swag, I think that any woman would do right to think twice, right? Any woman would do right to think twice, right? I remember when I was in Japan. When I was in Japan, there was this guy who had let me crash at his place because when I was in Japan, it was a wild situation where I went over there to work, and then once they saw that I was black, it was an issue, and then I ended up just having to fend for myself, but nonetheless, right? When I was in Japan, this guy let me crash on his place, at his place. He let me sleep on the bed. He slept on the couch, and I woke up to the sound of crying, right? I woke up to the sound of crying, and I was like, and it was really crazy because I was sleeping hard. Like, you know, I stayed there for about a week or so. The first few nights, I was really kind of like on edge, but then after a few days, I was like, I slept hard. I woke up to the sound of a woman crying. She was sitting right here by the bed, looking at me. She was like, she was crying, right? Japanese girl, right? I woke up and I was like, oh shit, what's going on, right? She was upset that he had a woman in his place, right? But you want to know what she was most upset by? She was most upset that I was black because her man was black. And when she saw me, and she was like, and she's so pretty too, look at her skin. When she saw that I was black, she knew that her black man and this black woman would have a camaraderie. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. A camaraderie to which she felt that she could never compare. She felt that intrinsically, that with me being a black woman and him being a black man, that there would be things that we would know and understand about each other at our core base level of which she could never penetrate, with her being Japanese. Listen to what it is that I'm saying, because this is the real right here. And I want you to share this video with anybody who is confused about why women truly don't want to date bisexual men, right? Men are very specific creatures, right? First of all, we're going to talk a little bit more about this, but men can be very strange to us women. The way that they behave. You see men talking to one another and playing their video games with each other, and they can be just strange. The way they communicate can be strange. We're going to get into how nasty some men are a little bit later, but let's just talk about the rationale of men. Men are naturally, and I'm learning this even more so, just how deeply embedded it is in men to be competitive with one another. Whereas women are naturally cooperative, male nature seems to be competitive. Also, so you know what? We're going to come back to the rest of the things on my list right there. There is a camaraderie that men share with men. If you've ever read any of these Elin Harris books, the girl inside one of those videos touched upon it, right? Where she's like, if you're dating a bisexual man and he's hanging out with his male friend, you know, they're up late at night playing video games, coming home from the club, he's crashing on dude's couch, right? Listen to what it is that I'm saying. There is if you read any of Elin Harris's book, and you got to see and understand the bond that men have with other men, how well they get along playing their video games and being in that male nature, that manness that men have. Being with a man who dates men is much like that Japanese girl who cried over me when I was asleep. There is a communalism that exists among men that women, we just really don't fit into. And a man, A woman has to harden herself to be in relationship with man, and a man has to soften himself to be in relationship with woman. Men with men can stay as hard as they want to be in that relationship that the relationship calls for, because a lot of you think that the typical gay man is one of those, hey, 2 snaps in a circle, gay man. No. I'm telling you, I'm a life coach. I know what gay men look like behind the scenes. Gay men are masculine. Gay men love masculinity behind the scenes. The men that the men who make up the bulk majority of gay men, you would never know that they're gay. This is how they're able to operate on the down low. Because they're so masculine, you wouldn't even think. They're football players. Oh yes. They're football players, they're basketball players, they're wrestlers, they are rappers. They're singers. Oh yes, they are all of those things. Let's go on, right? In talking about male nature, right? In talking about male nature, I don't think that we can really discount how nasty some men can be, how careless intimately, how out of control they can act intimately, how carefree and cavalier they can be with their protection, how unfaithful men can be. Because listen, I want the men who are in the audience, to attest. I want the men in the audience to attest. Men, if you like variety and you can have intercourse with a person without falling in love or catching feelings, and you like variety and you know that you, if not caught, would go out there and experience variety and don't catch any feelings and still love your partner, if you know that you can love your partner and you have this driving force to experience variety for no other reason than to just experience it, go ahead and put up the number 3. I want to see what men are going to be. Listen, I want to see who's going to be honest. Right? Come on. There are men here. They're hiding. They're just sitting back listening. And it doesn't matter what your sexuality is. It doesn't matter. Is there a lot of static? Hold on, let me restart my audio engine. Sorry. Let me know if it still has static. Let me know. Ugh, this is sad. They're saying my mic is scratchy. There's a crackling sound behind all your words. All right. Is the music fine or is it just my mic? I mean, if it's static, there's a problem. Did the mic get fixed when I restarted the audio engine? I just need to know that. Okay. When people were putting up the mics, I thought they were saying preach. I thought that's what they were saying. I thought they was like, preach, girl. Right? Okay. So, listen. Our survey got messed up, but just know that men, if you ask men, they can have intercourse with somebody else and still love their partner. I was listening to a sex therapist. Lust and love are located in different parts of the brain. The sexual drive, the sexual urging in different parts of the brain. So let's continue going forward. You know what? I want to show you this video real quick because I thought it was very interesting and on this topic. Let's do this real quick, right? All right, here we go. Why is it not playing?
Is defined so rigidly.
Oh, here. I don't know why it's not playing. Let me close this and start again. I don't know why we're having a little bit of technical issue with this right here. Let's open it back up.
Sexuality, but Don't make it natural. Women are allowed to experiment with their sexuality but not be promiscuous, while men are allowed to be promiscuous but not experiment with their sexuality. Damn, that was fire right there. That was fire. When you think about it, the confines of masculinity is defined so rigidly that you will be able to negotiate another man's masculinity based off of how they deviate outside these norms, you feel me? And that's on gender norms and the social construct of gender, because y'all realize that the way that we think about gender in this society is literally structured off of the practices and the norms that's been passed down from generation to generation that literally makes it a social construct. This is acknowledging that if you went to a different society in a different time, the way they understand gender will be constructed differently. You feel me? And that's on indigenous communities having a different understanding of gender and sexuality before a European engagement. Stating it simplistically, man, gender norms are just that. Stop conflating naturalization with normalization. Just because it's been normalized don't make it natural.
All right. So
sexuality,
listen. So now we have people coming out talking about women can be promiscuous. No, women can't be promiscuous. Women can't. We'll hear him say it again. Here, let's hear him say it again.
Don't make it natural. Women are allowed to experiment with their sexuality but not be promiscuous, while men are allowed to be promiscuous but not experiment with their sexuality.
And this, you know, he's like, damn, this is so deep. No, you're off the mark, sir. You're off the mark. It all boils down to men and the disgusting nature in which they have placed the lack of worth on their own penises so that anybody who touches penis is now dirty. Women are able to experiment with their sexuality when they're experimenting with women. If a woman is experimenting with her sexuality with a man, she is considered dirty with the more penis that she comes into contact with. Now, if you are experimenting with a man who is with other men, you're even more dirty and unfortunately, statistically more disease-ridden, right? It comes down to penis. Men are able to be promiscuous because they're being promiscuous with women. A man is not able to be promiscuous and receive accolades and kudos when he's being promiscuous with men. This is why men can't play around with their sexuality when they're playing with their sexuality with other men, because the penis, as defined by men, is dirty. Men have defined penises as dirty. Men have decided that the more penises a woman has, the more dirty she becomes. Men decided that the more penis a man has, the dirtier he is. If a man takes penis, especially, he's at the bottom. Well, I mean, they are called bottoms, but that's it. Men created these rules, and the rest of us are just living here along with them. So it's not, it's the women that men have put on a pedestal. It's the women. It's our beauty, our bodies, and it's because of the space that we hold, because we are the selective ones. Getting a woman is a lot harder than getting a man. So they give kudos and accolades to men who have cracked the code and know how to get women to be interested in them. Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue going forward, right? I once had a guy who was interested in me, right? I'm going to tell you all this little anecdote. I once had a guy who was interested in me, who told me that when he was young, right? When he was young, there was an older man who was kind of like a mentor kind of dude. You know, he had young men at his place. He had video games and he played sports with them and all this other stuff. He was like a mentor in the neighborhood. He had his place always stocked with snacks that young men liked, right? I'm sure you know where this story is going. One day when it was a day that he invited all the boys to come over, but I guess many of the other boys didn't get the invite, or all the other boys left. And this guy who was interested in me was left there alone with this man. He said when he woke up, this man was he was there, food coma after school or whatever. He said when he woke up, this man was sucking his penis, right? And he was startled. He was like, he tried to tell him to get off of him and all this other stuff. And the guy begged and pleaded. He was like, look, how do you know you won't like it? You know, it's just a mouth. You can pretend that I'm a girl and all this other stuff. This is what he said, right? He was going on and on. Oh, if you've never tried it, how do you know that you won't like it? So my friend was young. His penis was hard. The man had already started. So he was like, okay, well, let him finish, right? So he said that the man was sucking on his member, right? And he was imagining that it was a girl. And he was like, but every time he opened his eyes, he saw a person down there with a beard looking up at him with a masculine face. And he was like, he just couldn't do it. His penis went limp. It went limp. And he was like, no, I can't do this. And he was like, he zipped up and he went home. He just wasn't interested. He said that was the only time that he had contact with a man. He said he was actually happy that he had done it because now he knows that he's not interested in it, right? Is the issue that men experiment, or is the issue that they like it? That they liked it, that they liked penis, that they like sucking penis, that they're attracted to that angular jaw and stubble on their ball sack. Is that the issue? I want to see your vote. I want to see your vote. So if you think that the issue is that a man experimented, that he's come into contact with other men before, if that is the big issue, put up a 1, right? If the issue is that he liked it, put up a number 2, right? Put up a number 2. I want to see your, come on. That is assault. Absolutely. It's assault. It's pedophilia. It's a lot of different things. And we're going to talk about that next, right? Come on. I want to see your, there's a little bit of a delay. So if is the issue that he experimented, or is the bigger issue that he liked it, right? Go ahead. Let me see. Put up a 1. You could put up a 1 too if you want to. Put up okay, so one person, so people are putting up a 1. Some are putting up 2s, right? Listen, that is assault. I'm not denying that. Okay. 1, 2. Listen. 1 and 2. Okay, listen, I hear you. Okay, listen. 1 and 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Okay. Continue on. We have 15 seconds left on the survey. Okay, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, both. Okay. Listen. And I am going to, this is where we're going to have a secondary talk. So ladies, let me have this conversation with you, right? And you have got to understand that sexuality comes on a scale which is very fluid. And it is better for a person to try something and realize they don't like it or not interested in it than to just be in the closet about their desires, in the closet about because you could try something and just, how many sexual things have we tried? And then after we tried it, we're like, I'm good. Rather than keeping that inside where it grows and grows and grows, right? I would rather a man have experimented. I would give him more leeway if he experimented and was like, you know what, that isn't for me. Than if he held those feelings on the inside. You would be surprised. Men's penises, especially when they're young men's penises, boys' penises get very hard very quickly for random things. A breeze blows too stiff. And some of these men could be wrestling with each other, and the next thing you know, they're not aroused, but erect, right? The experimentation and figuring out that that's not something that you're interested in, to me, is a lot better than trying it and being like, you know what, I sure did like that, and I want to do that again. That's when we cross over into, okay, is Is my vagina going to be enough? Is he going to be out there? Let's not act like men are not more promiscuous. Like, let's not act like a man is not, like, they're not genetically wired for unfaithfulness. Let's not act like that. Like, it's all a choice. Being faithful is a choice. And you know what? I'm going to say this too. Like, in that video, he was talking about how these these men, like some of these men are just holding it inside and never expressing themselves, never really being who it is that they are, etc. Because they have these urges. No, cheating is a choice. If you don't want to be with a person of a particular gender, you don't have to be with that person. It's a choice. I remember I was watching this documentary where this guy was talking about how he is a pedophile, but he is an abstinent pedophile. He abstains. He doesn't have intercourse with children, but he's attracted to children, but he knows that would harm children, and he doesn't want to harm a human being. So he fantasizes in his mind and he keeps it to himself. Hurting a child is a choice. Engaging with anybody intimately is a choice. It's a choice. You may be, look, it's a choice. Engaging in any type of sexual behavior is a choice, and you make that choice. Whether that's cheating, whether that's being with somebody of the opposite sex, whether that's being with somebody of the same sex, it's still a choice. You make a choice. You give yourself permission to make that choice. And you don't have to make that choice. You don't. You could, there are some, I had a gay friend who was anally a virgin. He was a bottom, but he'd never been penetrated. There are men out there who engage in different types of choice when it comes to their bodies. He is a pedo. The person I was describing is a pedo, but he's not a practicing pedo. We'll just put it that way, or pedo. Pedo if you're in Europe, pedo if you're not, right? So there's a few more things on the list, but let's check the apples while we got them up. A. All right. Okay, let's check this. All right, so we got 1111 for love sent from Zynisha. Thank you so much, Zynisha. Let's see who else we have here. We have Gloria, who sends $10 and says, keep educating and empowering women. Heart. Thank you, Gloria. We appreciate that. Thank you. Keisha sends 222 and says, the audio is off. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sending you love. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sorry. It did go out for a minute. Ionia sends $5. I'm sorry. Ionia. Yeah, Ionia sends $5 and says, speaking the truth as always. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The link to send the Cash Apps is in the description. I'm going to read those again in about 10 minutes. All right. Let's continue forward, right? Number 10 on my list. Women are naturally wired, according to evolutionary psychologists, women are naturally wired to find men more attractive if an attractive woman or attractive women are interested in them. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. I'll say that again for you. I'll say it again. According to evolutionary psychologists, women are wired to find a man more intriguing if other good-looking women are also interested in him. There's this thing about social proof and receiving the accolade of, or the acknowledgement, the desire of good-looking, desirous women. When those women are interested in a man, he becomes instantly more intriguing to other women. And that's just something that's built in our DNA because we are social creatures, and that is a form of social proof. So when a woman's competition for your eye is another man, right? What is her feeling on the inside naturally as a woman from the way that she is wired? If the women who are interested, if the mates who are interested in you look very different from her, if she is not attracted to that type of attraction, will she then find you more attractive? If all of your exes are hideous, I'm telling you, ladies, you can do the survey quietly in the background. You can just put the numbers down below so that people can see them coming across the screen. Uh-oh, my camera went out. We're going to have to, hold on. We're going to have to turn that off. Oh, that's such a look on my face. Listen, let's get this unplugged and plugged back in. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to have to unplug this from the base. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to unplug it. Sorry. Give me 1 second. It's not unplugging from the computer. So give me 1 second. I have to unplug it from the floor. Sorry about that, y'all. Just give me 1 second. That's not the right thing. Oh my God, where is my cord? Let's see. I need to label these things so I'll know what is what. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Sorry, you all. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this together. Oh, brother. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah. I forget. Sorry, I forgot the question that we were even on when that went out, right? Oh, this is the question. I want you, right? If you, let's put up the numbers 4 and 5, right? If you found out that, would a man, listen. If you found out that, let's see, should we put up 4 and 5? Okay, let's ask this question, right? Let's ask this question. If you found out that the women who were interested in your man, like all of his exes, let's say all of his exes are really pretty women, and he's interested in you, right? Would you find him more attractive, right? Would you find him more attractive? Put up the number 4. If all of his exes were women that you consider to be unattractive, and you know in your mind what you consider to be unattractive, if they are all what you consider to be unattractive, if you would then find him less attractive, put up the number 5. If beautiful women will make your man seem more attractive, put up a 4. Put up a 5 if women that you consider to be unattractive, if their interest in him, if all of his exes were unattractive like that, would you find him less attractive or be less interested? I want to hear your truthful answers, ladies. Give me the truth on this one, right? Okay, come on, let me see. Let's see. Okay, so we have 4. All right, there we go. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I'm saying. So, so listen, the ladies are speaking. So when you have a man who is bisexual and he has men who are interested in him, and it's like, if you're not into that type of attraction, he's naturally going to seem less attractive to you, just how you're wired as a woman. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? So anyway, I judge men by their ex-girlfriends. Listen, I'll say, according to evolutionary psychologists, that's ingrained into women's nature, right? Also, there's a difference. Number 11 on my list is there's a difference between whether he is penetrating or receiving penis. There's a difference in the anatomy of that. And even men, when I showed you the article, even men express that there is a difference between that. All right. So number 12 on my list is, it's really going to take more exposure. It's going to take, like, the new generations coming up are less closed-minded than the past generations because it's about exposure. We're exposed to a lot more different fluid types of sexuality now. So just continue to be honest and be who it is that you truly are, because as we move along, people will gravitate towards that which is familiar to them. So the more that we see same-sex couples all over the place, right? The more comfortable we'll be with it, the less weird it'll seem, etc. Number 13 on my list is, I want you all to pay attention to this. That man wants children. He wants children. So it's not that this is something that exists. This is how women feel. Gay men are apprehensive about dating bisexual men because of children. They know that they can never birth children for him. That's one. Vagina is very different to anus, and it feels different. Women are different. Women's bodies are different. And gay men are also apprehensive about, first of all, gay men are apprehensive about dating down low men. Men who have notoriously been on the down low. You can't have a serious relationship with a person who is on the down low. You can't have a serious, well, depending on what you consider serious. A man who's in the closet. There are gay men who cannot have a serious relationship with a man who's in the closet. That means you can't go out. You can't go to the movies together. You can't hold hands. You can't kiss in public. You have to pretend as if your boyfriend is really just a friend. I remember when I was in Mexico, there was a gay couple that was on their honeymoon. They were on their honeymoon, and they said that they were on a resort, and they were like, they hated being outside of their room because they're on their honeymoon, but they could not kiss, hold, and embrace in public because the social confines and constructs were different in Mexico. I mean, can you imagine being in a relationship with a person who's closeted and you are used to being out in public that way, but you can't express your affections for your mate, right? So that's number one. The big thing is, if there's a man who's bisexual and he's talking like this man is, oh, we'll make some pretty babies. He's interested in having biological children. Now you're in a relationship with a person who cannot give you biological children. So that has to be a factor where now you have to consider, is this man going to be satisfied with being with a partner who cannot give him biological children, right? That's 13. We talked about 14, ownership of women's bodies. And then we talked about 15 with the Raheem situation, with the men who were upset that Raheem was a bottom. So here, or bottomed inside that film. All right. So here we go, y'all. We have done the whole entire video. I want to see what you all have thought of the video. I appreciate you all coming out. Somebody says there's always grease. No, I feel you on that. Listen, I feel you on that. All right, so let's talk about the self-love lesson. Let's talk about the self-love lesson, right? I want you to tell me what you feel the self-love lesson is from today's video. So just type SLL and let's talk about the self-love lesson. If you didn't see who Raheem was, you're gonna have to scroll back in the video because we talked about that already. And so I want to see, I want you all to scroll back so you can see. I want to see right now your SLL, your self-love lessons, right? So listen, come on, let's get into it. Let's see your self-love lessons. Hey. Listen. Thank you all so much for coming out. I appreciate all of the love. Hey. Come on. You know what? We'll do a call-in show when we review his whole video, because we're going to review his whole video, because his whole video has parts in there that we need to discuss. Like, part of the reason that she thought he was gay is because he participated in a lap dance with a man. Hey, come on. Be kind, rewind. That's the self-love lesson. Come on. Come on. There's 500 likes. Go ahead and get those likes up. Come on. Self-love lessons. Worry about making yourself happy. Come on. SLL, no raw sex. Black women love each other. Don't let a man compare you to a booty hole. Lord have mercy. Be true to yourself. Come on. Hey. Come on, let me get this self-love. Always trust your instincts. Viral hug. Come on, come on. Self-love lessons. Type them, put them up. Never lower your standards. I feel you. Know who you are. Okay, stick to your standards. It's your protection. Be unapologetic about your preference. Don't let people tell you about what's good for you. Don't let anyone make you come out of the closet and love yourself. Avoid these men and love yourself. Hey, sticking to your standards is key to true happiness. All right, come on, let's see. Stop using black women as scapegoats. Come on. Come on. Hey. All right. Always love yourself. Be very careful. Don't give a bum pretty babies. Oh, Lord. Never trust a man to maximum capacity. Know your love language. Protect your vessel. Be who you are, not what society wants you to be. All right. Penis is highly overrated. Women, be careful. Protect your vagina. Continue to get STI tested even in monogamous relationships. Live your truth. Stop trying to recruit or force people to be like you. Come on, let's get it. Come on, let's see those self-love lessons. Practice safer sex. Notice the signs of a DL man. You entirely practice safe sex. If you don't love yourself, who will? SLL, too funny. Good vibe. Yes, let's talk. Stay away from moral-less men. Listen, friends don't let friends contact STDs. Yes, that's silly. Protect your womb. Always remember your worth. SLL, go to the doctor. With all sexual partners, no reckless sex. I am every woman that they wish they are. Somebody's doing the survey from before. Come on. Thank you. One more song. Let's get those SLLs up there. Tell yourself you deserve the best this world has to offer every day. Stay home. No, don't stay home. Go out and have fun. Just be very selective with your fun. Ask all pertinent questions up front, even if they're awkward. Yes. Careful, these N-words gay. Lord have mercy. SLL, make a man get tested before you're intimate with him. I know my worth. SLL, go on PrEP. Can you just take PrEP for no reason? I think maybe you can. Okay. Excellent video. Thank you. Come on. If you're in New York City, make sure you go out and vote. All right. These midterm elections are so important. SOL, no glove, no love. Be unapologetic about your preference and uphold your standards, ladies. Yes, I feel you on that. Yes. Thank you. All right. So let me go ahead and give you all the self-love lessons that I learned from today's video, or that I want to impart and make sure you take with you, right? All right, go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is there's two different angles on here but my message primarily is to women. So if I'm going to address women first, and then I'll address bisexual men. Ladies, part of loving yourself is understanding that just because somebody blames you does not mean that it's your fault. Stay rooted in your self-love. Like someone said, ask difficult questions. Really, you can ask straight up and watch their body language as they're answering. See whether or not he has an obsession with certain types of relationships and things that he's just outwardly a little too uncomfortable with, like for no reason, right? So for me, the self-love lesson for women that I want you to take away from this video is to really truly stay firmly rooted in who it is that you are. And don't let other people define you by how easily they can access you, because for some reason they just seem to be obsessed with, no matter who the woman is, that you have to give him access. And that is not true. That is not true. Self-love lesson for men, especially bisexual men. Live your truth. Some people are not going to be with it, but you have to give them the opportunity. Give them the opportunity to know what the truth is and let them make up the decision based on the truth. Because when you tell a person the truth, you give them the opportunity to know who it is that you truly are, that you're presenting before them. Will some people not like it? No, some people won't. Some people are not going to like who you are. And that is fine. They're not the one for you. But don't put yourself in a position to start going out there lying and then thinking that it's somebody else's fault that you're lying. Listen, a woman is not going to punch you in the head if you meet her and you're like, listen, I'm bisexual. She's not going to shake you by the collar and start punching you up. She might do that after you've been intimate with her, but beforehand, the worst that she can do is deny you access. Don't be greedy and manipulative and think that you have to have access any and everywhere. If she decides to deny you access to her body based on the information that you give her, that is her right. She has a right to say, well, no, I choose not to let somebody who is like XYZ into my body. That is her body. It is her right to choose what is right for her. And if you and your behavior that is high risk is not right for her, respect and honor that. Oh, there's an apple that came in. Respect and honor that. It's as simple as that. Respect and honor. So I'll read a few more of your questions, but that is my self-love lesson for you all for today. That is it. That is it. And anybody out there can call me biphobic if they choose to. A phobia. Listen, I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I know what a phobia is. A phobia is a fear that is not founded in reality. It's irrational. However, a fear, do Black women, that's one of the questions we can leave with. Do Black women have reason to be fearful of men who engage in high-risk sexual activities that is ravaging our community with disease, because they have not shown and proved themselves to be sexually responsible? That's the word, sexually responsible. They haven't proven to be sexually responsible. They haven't proven to be just, I don't know. Listen. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. Thank you so much. Let's get out of here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to have our goodbye dance. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, listen. I appreciate each of you for coming out. This was dope. It was a great topic. Thank you to all the people who send me topics. If you want to send a topic to me, go to TanyaTKO.com. Click on contact and you can submit topics there. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The bisexual man on Married at First Sight, she rejected him. He cussed her out, threw her ring of about her nappy wig. Her wig didn't look good, but then he started getting all catty and fishy. Then he's upset because women are denying him access to all of that. That's the thing. Listen, nobody has to like you, but men and their doggone privilege, it's like they will not allow you to not like them. It's like it's unbelievable. It's strange. But yeah, he's another one. And when I did that video on Married at First Sight, people had the nerve to call me biphobic. They called her biphobic, made her recant and start talking about how she would date a bi. No, you don't have to date anybody you don't want to date, especially these nasty ass niggas out here engaging in fucking high risk sexual activities. Please, you don't have to date them. Are you out of your rabbit ass mind? Please. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Hey. Go out there and love one another, most importantly. Love yourself. Tanya DK, y'all. And I am out. Peace. Hey. Tell me what you thought about the video down below. Thank you all so much for coming out. I really